Now, in this video, we are going to take up one more concept, the if-else statement. If one set of activities have to be performed when an expression is evaluated to true, and another set of activities has to be performed when expression is evaluated to false, then if-else statement is used. So what does it mean? Suppose when you are considering some set of statements like statement B1, B2 and so on to Bn. So condition we are going to apply. If condition is true, then what happens? This statement, that is statement T1 to Tn, will going to be executed. Then suppose otherwise, if the condition is false, it will going to skip this condition, this statement, and it will going to comes to this statement, which is E1 to En. So this is what he says that if the condition is true, it will going to execute one type of statement. If the condition is false, then it will going to execute this another statement. So if I want to take up some examples, suppose if I want to say if the number is even or odd. When we say the number is even or odd, if the number is divisible by 2 and the remainder is 0, then it becomes even. So if this condition is true, then the print will be even. Suppose if I say 9, the number is odd. So here, what happens? When it is divided by 2, the remainder will not be 0. So naturally, it becomes the odd number. So else, it will going to be the odd number. So that is how it will going to be executed. So here, he says, write a C program to check for an even number odd by using the if-else statement. So first, we are going to include the header files. Then we have the check in intn. What we want to do? We want to find the given number is even or odd. So that is the main concept. So we are going to write the user-defined function. So first, if n mod 2 will be equal to 0, so that means once the number is divisible by 2 and if that remainder is equal to 0, then print it is even. So then else, then what happens? If the number is not divisible by 2 and the remainder is not equal to 0, then it becomes the odd number, else it will go to be the odd number. So here we have the main function we want to write. So of course intn, the number, printf, enter the number, we want to enter that number. So number I am entering it is 4. Then I will going to read that number. So scan %d because the integer is the 1, so the address of that integer is %d ampersand n. Then check n. The moment which it says goes to the check n. So what it does, it goes to this. So the number what you have entered is 4 mod 2. So 4 divided by 2, the remainder is equal to 0. So it is true now. The condition of this if statement is true because 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. So the remainder is 0. And here the condition says if the remainder is 0, printf it is even. So the number what you have entered is an even number. So that you will going to get the even, print even. So the number what you have output is going to be even. Similarly, when you are entering the number 3, what happens? Read that number. Once it reads that, it goes to check in and it goes to the user-defined function. If mod is equal to, if mod 2, that is the 3% or 3 mod 2 is equal to 0, no, because 2 ones are 2, 3 minus 2 is 1, the remainder is not 0, it is 1. Since the condition is false, if condition mod it says, if n mod 2 is equal to 0, if it is true, then it will going to be executing this statement, that is the printf statement of this. So since the condition is false, so it will going to comes to this and it will going to skip this loop, this statement, and it comes to this printf, it will going to become the odd number. So here it will going to check it as odd. So this is how you will be able to execute the if-else statement for both even and odd. Now we will try to solve this problem by generating the code blocks. So to do that, so here Now we are entering into this code blocks. Then we'll just go to File, New, Empty File. Then first we're going to write include stdio.h, include conio.h, then check IMP if open the loop, if n mod 2, if n mod 2 equals 0, then printf, then printf it is even, else printf odd. Now, so once you get this, now we go to the main function. Open the bracket. So first I will declare the number intn. Then I will enter that number, enter the number. Then scanf %d and n. Then so now we want to call that function check n and get ch function. So this ends the program. So now we are going to run this. To run this, first I need to save this file. I will go for some number, save, yes. Now we will go for to run, enter the number. I will going to say, I am going to enter the number 10. So number is even because 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So 10 minus 10, 2 into 5 is 10, 10 minus 10 is 0, so the remainder is 0. So since it is the remainder is 0, it's even. Now then if I go for the number again, then I will go for 11, so it becomes the odd number. If you want to check for the same number what we have entered given in the example, you just go to the run, type 4, it is even. Then in case of this, again you go to this and compile that number 3, it should be odd. So this is how you will be able to execute the program by using the if else statement. I can say the given number is even or the given number is odd. Thank you.